Hi folks, welcome to the Weekly Rundown. Well, I just got back yesterday from Pensacon, and my goodness, have I got a lot of stories to share. And I will share them all on both podcasts next week. On Saturday morning, Salmon Flange, I will be on there with the missus. Yes, the missus will make an appearance. And we'll be talking about the con in general, about how it went, what we liked, what we didn't like about it. Will we go back again? And what other cons we will be going to this year. Now on Prince of the Universe, I'll focus more specifically on talks I had with Dave Dorman, Kevin J. Anderson, and Troy Denning, who I got to speak to for the first time at Pensacon. So don't miss out on those. Also, I failed to mention this in the first weekly rundown, but if you have a question that you want us to answer on the podcast, all you have to do is leave a comment on one of my video posts here on YouTube. And you can subtitle it PO2, for a Prince of the Universe question, or SMS for Saturday morning Samoflange. And we will gladly answer it on the show. Also, coming up on those podcasts, speaking of, after this next show with me and the missus, we will go back to talking about video games on Saturday morning Salmon Flange. And this next week, we do have our final Billboard donors guest starring on the show, which has been incredibly fun. I have really enjoyed it. Okay, so let's get to what's coming up on the channel. I do have another board game review, of course, coming up on Wednesday. And then I have a Matt's Expanded Universe that I haven't filmed or edited or anything. I really need to get to that. But that will be Friday. I really hope so, because I've got so much to do. For instance, the Weekly Rundown is going to be shut down for the whole month of March because I am doing a huge board game review starting next week of Twilight Imperium. Now, folks, this is one of my favorite games, and I'm reviewing it, plus its other two expansions. This is a massive game. It would take forever. That video would take so long to review. In fact, when I looked at it, it was way too much for one video, so I'm breaking it down into several videos. And I like this better because if you are going to learn to play this game, you don't want to sit there and watch, over an hour worth of footage trying to find out what was that one mechanic he talked about. So I'm breaking it down into mechanics kind of, or steps in a way. So that way, if you do learn the game, you can watch all the videos and then go back and look at something and relearn something. And you don't have to search through an hour-long video to see where did he talk about that, because I'll have it in pieces. Now, because of that, Matt's Board Game Review will be going on Monday through Thursday all of next month. And then, of course, the Star Wars Expanded Universe posts will be on Fridays. So it will be very busy on my channel starting next week. Also, speaking of that, I had two people submit new cover art for my Matt's Board Game Review. So thank you to the both of you. Joe, who I asked first, who took a long time, and so I asked Matt from Geeks Addict. And it's funny because Matt from Geeks Addict sent it first, and then like 1 hour later, Joe sent his in. I was like, oh no! So I love them both. I'm actually going to flip around and show them both because I think they're really awesome. So thank you to both those guys for helping me out. I've already got new music by Fred Khalil, and somehow within this hugely busy week, I am going to refilm an intro, hopefully, for it, using Fred's new music, using the new logos I got. It's going to be crazy. And then I got to edit it all. All the videos I made. So it's definitely going to be a very busy month for me. So another reason why I can't do the weekly rundown, because I'll be doing a ton of other videos and editing. A little bit of news on the Billboard. If you didn't see the website, they did show you on a map where the Billboard was going to be and how far it is to Lucasfilm. I was very impressed. It is very close. So good job, people who put that together. I can't express enough how thankful I am for everyone who donated and made that a reality. Boom! I love it. People are talking about it already. Good or bad, doesn't matter. We did it. Yay! So I'm super excited about that. One more thing. I got to see one of my viewers, Brian, at Pensacon, and it was so much fun to meet him. Of course, me and Yub Nub had a good time. We hung out together. And oh man, it was just great. Now, Brian is the guy who's actually reading these books, the Star Wars books, in chronological order according to my list. And he pointed out a correction which I do agree with. A long time ago, I pointed out that you should read the Journal of Dr. Dimagal before you read Knights of the Old Republic. Now, I did that because a lot of the journal entries happened before Knights of the Old Republic. What I failed to remember is he gives a journal all the way through the adventures of Knights of the Old Republic, and if you read it first, you're going to spoil Knights of the Old Republic for you, which happened to him. And I was like, oh no! So that's my fault, Brian. Sorry so much, but I agree with you on this, even though it comes out first in chronological order. And if you look at some of the guidelines online, they'll kind of break up the journal into little bits, like here's what you read here, here's what you read here. To be honest, let's read that in publication order. It came out after Knights of the Old Republic had finished, so that's what I'm saying. Read it after Knights of the Old Republic and before War, okay? And you should be fine. So thank you, Brian, for that correction. As I said, it's always as best I know how. And I don't always know how, do I? All right, folks, well, that's all the time I have. I got to get to work filming some video, right? I'll see you next time.